Hey, what's up, everyone? It's Darkpool Algo, and thanks for joining me on another weekend watch this building session. Today is October 24th, 2021, and it's kind of been a crazy week, right? The market only goes up. Just kidding. Last week was pretty good. I went against my cardinal rule, and I lost my ass on a Friday. I did. I was just doing too many things and forgot, and just made some mistakes. That's what happens when you lose. Let's see here. There's a couple things new and interesting. I modified the command center. I got another monitor. I got to make sure I get my lighting back right. And I'm trying out this stream on the monitor that's in front of you. That's actually 1/4 of my screen, right? So it's weird. We'll see how this video turns out. Hopefully it turns out pretty well. So with that being said, I have got a bunch of stocks and options for us to look at this week. And all I ask in return is you make sure you go over and hit that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications. I stream every morning, Monday through Friday, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. I take requests. We go through the news, the futures, and then we do some charting requests. So with that being said, we're going to do a quick intro, and I'll be right back. Alrighty, welcome back. So on our list for this week, we're going to be looking at BYND. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger so y'all can see it. BYND, McDonald's, NVAX. I think NVAX and Snap have an opportunity to do a nice little bounce. I'm also going to review Uber, and then I'm going to take over doing SPY, QQQ, and IWM on the watch list, so that should be interesting. Let's hop right into it. It's gonna be a busy week. End of the month, right? So there should be a whole bunch of interaction. I can't wait for October to be over. I typically have a bad October, regardless of everything. Just October is synonymous with bad luck for me. I don't know what it is. All right. Anyway, let's get going on this. So Beyond Meat is gonna be our first stock. So the Algo is doing its job, right? As you can see, let me just not mess with this too much. So Algo's making higher highs, higher lows, coming out of a long period of consolidation for about a week, right? We had a little bit of, massive drop, right? Not sure if this was earnings related or not, but it was immediately right back up to what they were doing. So it's like a little mini flash flush, right? A little flash crash. The Algo it's doing its job. It's making higher highs, higher lows from their initial run up. So I'm going to double check in on if this was earnings based or not, or if it's just a dead cat bounce. But it did form the little Wu-Tang pattern reversal, right? So we came down, we ran up, found some support, came back down, and came back up. Dark pool level right there at 94.57. The break of that, and that was the move. That's the start of a nice move up, right? So currently we've got regular block trade support coming in at 92.73. We're through the dark pool levels from 94.50 to 95.80. There's a gap to fill above the previous high, all the way back up to 107.15. Lots of dark pool interest. That red box there that you see is the gap that's going to need to be filled. So we're going to have to just keep an eye on that. Oh no! I grabbed the wrong one. Dang it! I apologize. Oh no! I want this one. That's the one. So I know it's already. What do you mean it's already in use? Give it to me. Nope, I'm taking it over. Give me my workspace. We need to. All right, that's gonna be a little pain in the butt. Let's just keep going. I apologize. I thought I had all this set up. I had just got through doing all of the Beyond, all the screenshots for it. No, I'm not doing this. Hold on one second. Okay. I can get back to that one. All right, so looking at the charts. So BYND has been in kind of a little falling off pattern. Just a massive sell-off. So it wasn't earnings based. I don't know if they had some news come out. So we can look for a continuation to the downside off of this. Massive squeeze for the last couple of weeks. If it does decide to fire to the downside, excuse me, we'll look at predicting some downside levels as well as some moves to the upside, right? So currently, Beyond's, they've got earnings coming up. Beyond's got an ATR of about $4 per day. That was about a $10 drop. So we're going to keep an eye on that for the dead cap bounce, rally back up to the 21 EMA right at 105. Okay. Looking at some other charts here. So we fell right out of the bottom of the dailies and the weeklies. Yeah, so we're going to look for that bounce on Beyond. Look at how quickly we came down. Right? All the way down to right the 200 SMA. Jeez. There's something going on with this guy here too. What's up with my charts, yo? Massive sell-off to consolidation. We're above the 200 SMA and we're below the 50, right? So if we can get back up above like 95, 96 level, then I think we can continue to move on to the upside, okay? And, all right, hold on one second. I'm gonna pause this. All right, there we go. I've got this boom right here and it sometimes blocks my keys and I don't want to go fat finger something, all right? So nice dead cap bounce. 1, 2, overhead resistance right at 98.99. This should be an interesting one. So we either break above the previous bar on the 4-hour chart and continue back up to VWAP and the 21 EMA and the 8 EMA at 101, or we reject 96 and continue to the downside. So we'll keep an eye on it and see what's going on with it. The algo, like I said, is steady net buying. Okay, moving on to the next one. McDonald's, MCD. I heard an interesting statement the other day that Warren Buffett eats McDonald's every day and drinks like an astronomical amount of Cokes. It's crazy. All right, so McDonald's, nice little sell-off, right? Choppy divergence. The algo broke out of its previous high and is making higher highs and higher lows. Price action is stair-stepping its way down. Looks like we found a little bit of support at this regular block trade level at 238.44. Rallied up, hit dark pool level at 239.72. Back tested the support, it held. The regular block trade level held. So we're going to look for that break above the previous dark pool level, which would be the third leg in that 1, 2, 3 reversal, and potentially play it on its way back up. Algo is in this channel, so it could just chop back and forth a little bit more on that channel, but we will see. We have alrighty, McDonald's. What is up with this thing? Why is it not working? Anyway, that's going to frustrate me to no end. I promise you. I'll get to the bottom of that. All right, so McDonald's, nice little strong uptrend, higher highs and higher lows. We are currently, looks like we're currently resting at daily bottom, daily Keltner channel bottom, weekly Keltner channel mid. Look for a potential bounce off of here. We've got earnings coming up next week, so it should be a rally into earnings. I'm looking for a move back up to at least a daily mid 244. Above that, we start hitting the monthly cloud at 246, and things start to get a little bit more sketchy, right? So as far as the algo, like I said, the algo is right. It's making higher highs, higher lows. Look for it to pull price action back up with it. Okay. Next one that we want to look at real quick is NVAX, another one that had a massive, had some bad news going into last week. They dropped something like 20% overnight. So we want to play the recovery of that if there is one. All right, there we go. I think that's enough. All right, NVAX. So the algo's making higher highs and higher lows. Little bull flag forming on the algorithm right at a dark pool level. Oh, there it goes. Dark pool level from October 13th. So red on the bottom, blue up top. So we're currently wedging at a regular block trade level at 136.86. A breakout above that wedge, immediate test of the regular block trade, a break above the regular block trade. I think we have an opportunity to continue to the upside. That would require the algorithm to get above this dark pool level. So if those two can move in symmetry, right, if they can move the same and move to the upside, I think we have an opportunity to at least get some of that gap back, right? Consolidation. Looking for MACD golden cross on the 4-hour. I gotta figure out what's going on with this because it's messing with my style. $14 ATR, right? It's 200, right? That's gonna be the decision making. We break above that overhead resistance and we can really start to get going again, right? Resting at the weekly bottom and monthly mid. So if we break below previous lows at 119.50, then I think we can look at a downside play with earnings coming up. Ooh, it's going to get woody. Okay, moving on to Snapchat. All right, everybody knew that Snapchat had nasty earnings, right? The problem with Snapchat's earning was not only did they not beat, but they provided forward guidance to the downside, saying advertising revenue wasn't as much as it could have been due to COVID. They're back down here at May levels, right? May 13th, $50. I think this is I'm interested in this stock for the long term. So if and only if we break below this demand zone, where's my charts? This demand zone right here. If we break out of that demand zone to the downside, I think that I'm going to start trying to pick up some comments for the long term. Look for a bounce to that point right there. All right, moving on to Uber. Uber's going to be the last one that we're going to do. I'm going to do a video on. You're going to have to read the technical analysis for SPY, QQQ, and IWM at darkpoolcharts.com on the weekly watch list page. All right, Uber, the algo is making higher highs and higher lows. Price action has diverged from it. Back here on approximately the 21st. We came down and we're up channeling right now, right off a dark pool level at 45.51. If we can take out that previous high, we've got a regular block trade at 46. That's going to be a target, and then we're gonna start stair stepping our way back up. 46.60 is the next step up. Massive range right in here. Nothing super interesting, but we do have a lot of upside potential. Contrarian, we break out of this rising channel and we take out the previous lows at like 45.23, then we can fib a downside position. Okay, really quickly, I'm going to show you the algos for the indexes, or for those ETFs. So the SPY algo, that's what happens. I turn this down because I don't want 20 days worth of data. Look at this nice little uptrending channel that the algo's in. It's making higher highs and higher lows. Price action is doing the same thing. We've got a white line level, which is a regular dark pool and a regular and a dark pool level at the same area at 45363. That's going to be your overhead resistance until it becomes support. Below that at 45227 is your next one, and just massive dark pools coming in on SPY. 450 is support. Dark pool support. 451.16 is regular block trade support. We take out either one of those two levels, and then I'll do a fib to the downside, looking at some of these previous gaps that might want to get filled, but I can anticipate maybe a little bit more of a move to the upside. All right, that's the SPY. Looking at the QQQ. All right, the algo is making higher highs and higher lows. It's in a consolidating range right now in between a regular block trade and a dark pool block trade. 373.04, 374.01, right? The algo's consolidating, just kind of hanging out there. waiting to come up and test some of these white line levels. 376.15. We have a dark pool target of 377.28, right? So the move from 74 to 20 or to 77 should be pretty interesting. We had a nice little, pullback as a 1, 2, 3 failed, right? Failed Wu-Tang breakout. So now we're just rising channel, right? That is the QQQ and IWM. IWMM. Oh, my neck. Oh, this thing's all over the place. All right, there's your highs. Right, higher high, higher high. So in a pullback to trendline support, similar pattern to this back here, when it hit, it gapped up. This is real boxy, right? So falling channel, falling algo. I'm waiting for the algo to see what happens at this area. If it bounces, I think that we can go up, break the overhead resistance, testing 228.10. Following that would be 228.35, so a dark pull and a regular block trade respectively. We start getting above that, I think things start to get pretty interesting. All right, that's it for me. Thanks for joining me. I am Dark Pool Algo. That's been the weekend watch list building session. Join me every morning, Monday through Friday, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time, as I go through any stocks that have moved previous day or anything that we're looking at upcoming, based on some news, based on futures, and based on user requests. Thanks for joining me. Hit the like button on your way out. Subscribe, and of course, turn on notifications. See y'all next week.